Welcome to the AXP Culinary Center. I'm Chef Tony Aguiar. This is Chef Will Monk. Today we're going to be talking about the AXP20 high-speed combination oven.
I'll go ahead and just give you a general rundown of the oven. As it sits right now, it can hold a preheat from 200 degrees up to 520. So we take that 520 degree core temperature and we build on that. We had 2200 watts of microwave power on both sides. 3,000 watt radiant coil on the bottom heats up the crisp the bottom of food, and then forced direct hot air gets forced onto the top of the food. So all this is combined for speed cooking.
This oven can also be programmed for 360 different items. There are different ways that you can approach that, and through 3 different levels. For today's purposes, we're going to be using just one level. You can access that level by the touch screen up here, using this dial to move up and down so you can highlight the item that you'd like to choose and cook, or just by using the keypad.
We'll go ahead and do a few items just to kind of illustrate what we're talking about. The first item we're going to be doing is fajita mix, which is raw meat, raw vegetables. It's about 7 ounces. It's already pre-programmed for 45 seconds. The raw product goes in. We know it's button number 1, so you push button number 1, and you're cooking. While it's going, we'll go ahead and just talk about a few of the external features of the oven. Even though it's 520 degrees inside, it's so cool to touch on the outside. The warmest spot of the oven, and it won't burn you, so that's nice for the end user who won't get burnt trying to use the oven. Also, the handle is ergonomically designed, so you can open it from either side, right or left. You don't have to be right in front of it to use it. And also, we like to mention the Easy Card. You can load everything that's on the oven onto this card, and then you can take this card to all the other locations or any other ovens you might have. So it's nice if you have a central location where somebody is developing menus, you know it's perfect. You take the setting, load it on the card, and take it to other locations, and you know every time that setting is going to be right, and you can transport it with this card.
You will notice that as Chef Wolf takes out the fajita mixture, that it was cooked in a metal pan. That's one of the advantages with using the AXP is you can use metal in it and still get perfect results. You can see that the meat is well cooked all the way through, and you have your onions and your peppers that have bright, beautiful color, and still have lots of moisture. They're not wrinkled, they're not dry. As you can see, that looks beautiful.
Next, we'll go ahead and do a panini. For this, we'll be using a manual cook, and I'll let Chef Johnny talk about the features of the manual cook.
Yeah, as I just mentioned, this oven will hold up to 360 different items, programmable items. We can also do a manual cook. Now, you'd want to use manual cook maybe when you want to test some items, you want to develop your own settings, the item you're doing isn't quite right, so you just want to change the settings just a little bit. And to do that, it's really easy. Again, using the touch screen, we're going to do this panini sandwich for 30 seconds. The temperature is set at 520, as Chef Will mentioned. It goes from 200 degrees Fahrenheit to 520 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to use 60% microwave, 60% fan, and 100% IR.
This is more of a simple item, but just bread, meat, and cheese. But in that 30 seconds, you'll toast the bread, heat the meat, and melt the cheese. So while it's cooking, we'll talk about a few of the different accessories you can use with the oven.
Now, besides the metal pan, as you just saw, you can also use Teflon baskets. These can be used for crisping maybe some baked goods and giving it a little browner color. And it comes in a couple different sizes. You can use a pizza screen. You have a 2/3 Vollrath pan that can be used if you're looking for more cooking surface and just doing more items on here. We also have a pizza stone, which is great for pizzas, quesadillas, and the such.
Tony takes this out, you can see the cheese has been melted, you can see the steam from the meat, it's heated, and with the panini accessory you have the grill marks, it's toasted.
Now the reason why I cooked it open face was so you can have markings on either side of the sandwich. As you can see that the steam is coming out of the sandwich, it's nice and hot, and you can serve a fresh product.
Now this oven isn't only easy to use and operate, it's also easy to clean. We'll go ahead and talk about some of those features.
The only item that needs to be taken out of this oven for cleaning is this shelf. The shelf can just be removed, and you can put it in your dish machine, you can put it in your pot sink, or wherever you choose to clean it. The infrared coils on the bottom are on a hinge, so they lift up and down, so you can just get underneath and make it easier to clean and scoop out any crumbs. And also the inner lip of this oven is also at a 45-degree angle, which will just make it easier to get any debris out of the oven. One of the things that we do recommend is that when you're using cleaners, to please use the AXP20 approved cleaners, just to prolong the life of the oven and your satisfaction.
Also, another maintenance thing you'll have to do is spraying down your air filters. Just take them to your sink, spray them down, put them back in the oven, and you're good to go. This kind of helps the oven breathe. So there you have it. 2 items under 2 minutes, all in your AXP20. I'm Chef Will. This is Chef Tony. Thanks for stopping by the Culinary Center.